Hi, I'm Aaron Marcus, and I want to share some information with you about recording auditions from home. I can tell you that is something that all actors need to know about, especially if you are living outside of LA and New York, but even if you are living in those markets. There are projects that take place in other areas, and they will ask you, sometimes they ask you to record your audition and then upload it and send it in to the casting director. So here's some really helpful tips for you. Number one, it doesn't have to cost a fortune to get the equipment. You will need a camera or a laptop. And that's what I'm using right now. I use a Mac laptop, or you could spend about $300 for a decent camera, video camera. You will need a stand for the camera. You'll need two lights shooting on either side and one behind you, and that way the light behind you will take care of a lot of the shadows, and the lights in front of you on the side will help make sure that your eyes are sharp and clear, and also, now I happen to use a Mac, and so I don't even need a microphone. The built-in microphone is great. If you are using a camera, you'll want a lavalier mic that you just clip to your shirt, and those are only about $20. They're really not all that expensive. And you'll also need light stands, and one other thing with the lights. Well, actually two things. One is I would make sure that you get the lights that are nice and cool, that don't get too hot. Otherwise, you're going to start sweating every time you try to shoot an audition. And also have a little diffuser that goes over the light. So the best thing to do is I would go into a camera store and tell them very specifically what you want to do, and then they can show you exactly what are the right bulbs, what are the right stands. You also need to have a nice clear background. You don't want to shoot things outside. You don't want to shoot things on curtains or walls that have distracting things in them. So I just use just a regular screen that I attach to my wall, but there are portable screens that are also fairly inexpensive that you can purchase. You could even try just a plain white wall if you have one, or also a white sheet. Just make sure it's nice and clean and no wrinkles or anything like that. So those are the basics for making sure that you've got the right equipment, and then you just have to practice setting up the lights so you know exactly where they should be. And then you'll just need to be able to do some very basic editing. Just deleting some things at the very beginning before you get started, deleting things at the end, and things like that. It doesn't have to be a real complicated process. So anyhow, I hope this was helpful to you. I am going to be sending you some information. There's an entire workshop that is part of a great series of 8 audio and video workshops, and one of them deals specifically with how to shoot your audition from home. I'm Aaron Marcus, and I can't wait to talk with you again soon.